So his plan is simple. He is going to start digging holes in the ground and turn those holes into a vast network of underground tunnels that will change transportation forever.
Let's talk about technology.
All right.
Because I know all of y'all are fans of it. We have some big news in the tech world, and innovation icon Elon Musk. More proof that Elon Musk's dreams are supersonic.
Sharon can hardly wait to ride this. Elon Musk is making headway on his futuristic traffic tunnel.
Here's Steph at the social desk with more.
It's pretty cool, and it's so hard to believe this project is almost finished, right?
Yes.
Also getting a look at the high-tech tunnel under Los Angeles. Some say wouldn't happen. Musk shared this video of his underground tunnel in Los Angeles, evidence that a stretch of his ambitious high-speed railway project is nearly complete. The 3 miles of track able to move cars and people at speeds of up to 800 miles per hour. It's amazing. And in that post, he shows that stretch of the new tunnel and also offers free rides to the public in as soon as a few months, pending approvals from inspectors.
800 miles an hour.
Yeah. I mean, this could change transportation forever.
And you could soon hitch a ride in Elon Musk's first traffic tunnel. Now, he posted this time-lapse video of this demo tunnel overnight. This is reportedly in Hawthorne in the SpaceX parking lot. Now that it's almost done, Musk says he needs regulatory approval, and then he can offer people free rides in a few months. He unveiled this video showing platforms. Yeah, it is awesome.
It is.
They act like elevators, and they carry pods to an underground series of tunnels. Those pods could carry 8 to 16 passengers or a single passenger vehicle at speeds of more than 120 miles per hour. And the pedestrians and cyclists, well, they would get first priority.
That is great.
Right?
Elon Musk, inventor of the tunnel.
Well, it looks pretty cool. And who wouldn't want to blast past the LA traffic at 150 miles an hour? I got my hand up.
Me too.
But tonight we're asking, is LA really ready for that Elon Musk tunnel vision? Yeah, Musk has posted a sneak peek last night of that short transportation tunnel that he has dug under the streets of Hawthorne.
And all day long, people in LA have been talking about it.
Well, Musk hasn't said exactly where they're digging, but it's somewhere under his property here in Hawthorne.
Well, folks, amazing news this week. Elon Musk has invented an entirely new mode of transport called the tunnel. And it's got over 2.5 million hits on Instagram. You know, I get the most hate these days off of the Elon Musk videos. And as a general rule, the crazier the Elon Musk idea being criticized, the more vicious the response. Like to his wonderful idea of using rockets to transport people around the world. Which is a fine idea if you can make rockets about 100 times cheaper to run and about 1 million times safer. Then sure, it would be comparable to plane flight, only about 10 times quicker. The thing is that making it 100 times cheaper and 1 million times more reliable isn't that easy. It's like saying I'm going to make a car within a year or two that's going to get 5,000 miles to the gallon and only need its oil changed every 3 billion miles. And a lot of folks don't seem to realize that a lot of Elon Musk's great ideas aren't even his. Take, for instance, the Hyperloop, which is an idea that's been kicking around for at least 100 years. All Elon Musk did was put a new name on it. Yeah, visionary.
I have a name for it, which is called the Hyperloop.
The Hyperloop?
Hyperloop, yeah. But I'm thinking like maybe I should patent it and then offer to open source the patent to anyone that can make a credible case that they could actually do it.
Yeah, because that's totally what tech geniuses do, you know. They take 100-year-old ideas and then think they can patent them as their own. Or electric cars. Sure, no one ever thought of that before. Hell, even the things people go crazy over, which I've got to admit in this case looks very impressive, is just a rerun and a more persistently funded version of the Delta Clipper, which was also kind of impressive 20 years ago.
Codenamed DCXA, this McDonnell Douglas rocket is opening the door to routine and affordable space travel. It can maneuver and fly in almost any direction with amazing versatility. To complete its journey, the DCXA performs its most remarkable maneuver. It lands in its original takeoff position on its tail. The ground crew control the DCXA by computer from a nearby trailer. It takes just 15 crew to prepare and launch it. But after many successful flights, the DCXA test program finally came to an end in 1996.
Landing small negative. Engine out. She's coming over.
The DCXA was never designed to fly into space. But the valuable information gained from the test vehicle has enabled NASA to take a major step toward a new generation of launch vehicles and rockets.
So yeah, all those people who say that Elon Musk revolutionized rockets by making them land standing up and the such like, and making them reusable. No. All he did was make them bigger on a government-funded contract, you know, not using his own cash. And even at that, he's years behind schedule and still hasn't shown that recovering the spacecraft is cost-effective, which in practical terms means that, you know, seeing as people who launch their stuff on rockets don't want them blown up, means that you want to go for a cheaper product which has a lower reliability due to its multiple launches, or pay more for a more expensive launch which is more reliable. And sure, maybe he can make it cheaper, maybe he can make it work, and if he can, good luck to the man. But the jury is still out on if he can do it or not. And given the hype of most of Elon Musk's predictions, yeah, let's just say I'm skeptical about it. For me, I find some of the unquestioning hype around Elon Musk just kind of a sad indictment of modern journalism, especially seeing as some of his ideas, you know, the ideas of his that weren't somebody else's, are just dumb beyond redemption. Like vertical takeoff and landing, supersonic electric jets.
Right, sorry. Vertical takeoff and landing is VTOL. Yeah, I do think there's a really... I think the optimal sort of air transport solution is a VTOL electric supersonic plane. And it actually works together quite well for a bunch of reasons.
Oh, and for those who want details, sure, I'll do a video on it in some time. But the basic spoiler is energy density. Batteries can't do it, and even if they could, they would be too insanely dangerous to use. It's kind of mostly covered in the Super Battery Busted video. Seriously, Elon Musk seems to be this guy who is very good at promising everything, usually accompanied by the hallmark of pseudoscience bullshit snake oil merchants, the computer-generated artist's concept, and no one seems to realize that he never delivers on any of these grandiose promises, or if he does, it's a complete joke, like the Hyperloop turns out to be a rusty tube outside SpaceX headquarters. Anyway, this time Elon Musk is in the news for inventing the tunnel. Wow, an idea that no one's ever thought of, except every metro system in every major city around the world. Well, points for trying, I guess. But when you look at the scale of what he's actually done, it's a complete farce. He claims it's a couple of kilometers long, and about the track's the width of about, human shoulders, that sort of thing. Now just mentally pace out this track with me. And yeah, it sort of goes down a bit of a straight, then around a bit of a corner, and that's basically it. That's the whole thing. This is going backwards. There's a bit of a corner, and then a bit of straightness, and that's basically the entire thing. I reckon you're more in the league of this is half a kilometer long. Further, it's windy as hell. This could never be a high-speed line. And for half a kilometer, it would take much less than 10 minutes to walk. Meaning that this amazing train, which can only go back and forth because there's only one tunnel, plus it's got to load and unload, which means no matter where you are, it would probably, on average, be quicker to walk, even if you wanted to start near one of the stations and end near the other. But the award for the most ridiculously overhyped news coverage of this goes to Good Morning America.
Musk shared this video of his underground tunnel in Los Angeles, evidence that a stretch of his ambitious high-speed railway project is nearly complete. The 3 miles of track able to move cars and people at speeds of up to 800 miles per hour. It's amazing. And in that post, he shows that stretch of the new tunnel and also offers free rides to the public in as soon as a few months, pending approvals from inspectors.
800 miles an hour.
Yeah. I mean, this could change transportation forever. But
look, you just need a little perspective of what's practical and what's snake oil and hype.
I give you the Springfield monorail. I've sold monorails to Brockway, Ogdenville, and North Haverbrook, and by gum, it put them on the map.
You know, when someone promises you this gleaming new transport system, without saying how much it'll cost or anything, and then what they deliver is just one grotty little short tunnel, how long are you going to keep making excuses for this? Look, currently the Boring Company owns a drilling machine. Wow, a beast, I hear you say. Elon Musk must really be revolutionizing tunnel digging until you compare it to some of the other tunnel digging machines out there. Yeah, just compare the size of the people on this. And while Elon Musk might be happy in the delusion that, hey, I've got this great idea for solving the LA traffic congestion, just build tunnels on top of tunnels, this 3D concept of his.
What about going 3D down? That's the other direction, and you can go to very many levels down. So you could in theory, you could have like hundreds of levels of tunnel, and arbitrarily solve any level of traffic.
Musk first pitched the idea last week in a tweet lamenting LA's atrocious traffic, promising to build a tunnel boring machine and just start drilling. He has since revealed a far wider vision of eliminating the city's famed congestion by shuffling humanity through a network of tunnels. If you think of tunnels going 10, 20, 30 layers deep or more, it's obvious that going 3D down will encompass the needs of any city's transport of arbitrary size. He told Wired last week in a Twitter direct message. Yet there's no limit to how many tunnels you could build under the city. He even made this awesome video to go with it, showing how there were going to be no safety problems with having giant elevators just going tens of meters down into the earth. Like, that's never going to be a problem maintaining thousands of elevators all over the city. Or having people just fall down the holes that are left or crash into the holes that are left by these elevators going down into the street. And then of course there's this awesome energy efficient idea of just putting a car on another car and having hundreds of tunnels all over the city. Yeah, there's a problem with that. It's ridiculously expensive to build tunnels. Subway tunnels cost in the region of $500 million per mile. That is, Elon Musk's entire wealth could only buy about 40 miles of subway track, which is, 2-3 subway tracks across a city. Or the entire budget of New York City is only about $90 billion. Even if they put it all into building metros, it would take them decades. That's just assuming the city costs nothing to run in the meantime. And what's Elon Musk going to do with these exceptionally expensive tunnels? Why, he's going to shift cars around on them and leave giant holes in the middle of the city street for people to fall in. And for reasons I still just can't grasp, Elon Musk takes a standard metro design, makes it less efficient by putting pods in rather than trains. With a typical metro system, there are limited trains on each line, which means there's limited infrastructure, limited things that can go wrong. With Elon Musk's vision, however, there are thousands, tens of thousands of pods in it, tens of thousands of pieces of infrastructure to maintain, and if any one of them breaks down, boom, instant gridlock of the system. I mean, seriously, if one of these pods breaks down, what's going to happen? Hundreds of meters underground where there are no rescue lanes or anywhere else where rescue vehicles can come and clear up the mess. How are you going to unblock a system that has this much dynamic flux going through it? Plus, of course, with a typical subway design, you get the economy that all the people get on and off the train at the same time. That's something you just don't get here. I mean, all Elon Musk's done here is reinvent the subway, then make it 1,000 times more expensive to build because it requires hundreds of times more tunnels and thousands, tens of thousands of entry points in the form of elevators.
I mean, this is sort of just route like packets on a network, and like sort of like the internet, kind of like the way the internet works. The packet would you sort of end up wherever you want to be. And like the entrance would be very close to where you want it to be, and the exit would be very close to where you want it to be, because instead of having dozens of stations, you'd have hundreds and possibly thousands over time.
That's beautiful, Elon. I can't see anything going wrong with an elevator like that. Tens of thousands of them where the car barely fits. Like, what if the car doesn't quite park in the right place, or the elevator malfunctions, or someone just falls down the bloody hole that's left? And a similar number of pods, causing it to be thousands of times more costly to maintain and thousands of times more complex to run. And he still gets wall-to-wall favourable media coverage like this is the outstanding idea of a genius.
Musk shared this video of his underground tunnel in Los Angeles, evidence that a stretch of his ambitious high-speed railway project is nearly complete. The 3 miles of track able to move cars and people at speeds of up to 800 miles per hour. It's amazing. And in that post, he shows that stretch of the new tunnel and also offers free rides to the public in as soon as a few months, pending approvals from inspectors.
800 miles an hour.
Yeah. I mean, this could change transportation forever.
It's sort of like, almost like an autonomous underground multi-level car system.
Yeah. That costs $1.
That costs $1, yeah, exactly.